TikTok, time to rock.
Another page in the Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, you can sleep with which your right hand possesses, which is referring to your female slaves. You can take slaves and keep slaves. They are your servants. They serve you.
My chick bad, my chick hood, my chick do stuff that your chick wish she could.
You can take slaves and keep slaves. They are your servants. They serve you. You can sleep with them as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes that very clear in the Quran.
As Islamic State spread through Iraq, many defenseless locals were taken hostage. We spoke to one woman who was taken captive by the religious extremists.
They took the man out and we heard the sound of gunfire. I was given to a Saudi Arabian. My father sent 10 million dinars to the Saudi Arabian man. He took the money and sold me to someone else.
Khalida belongs to the Kurdish religious minority, the Yazidis. Up to 5,000 Yazidi women are being held by Islamic State. The women are kept as sex slaves and they're traded between extremist fighters. Girls as young as 8 are known to have been among those captured.
So there's two options, and the two options are either you free them or you ransom them. So there's only two options, but man's talking about three options.
That's a lie, man. That's a lie. Allah mentions
I don't know why.
You cannot free a kafir slave, by the way. You cannot free a kafir slave, by the way.
Hold up, Bob.
Ibrahim, let me speak really quick because this man lied on the Quran. I need to make it clear for all Muslims. Another page in the Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, you can sleep with which your right hand possesses, which is referring to your female slaves. You can take slaves and keep slaves. They are your servants. They serve you. You can sleep with them as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes that very clear in the Quran. You can sleep with them as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes that very clear in the Quran.
أصل الحرب من النساء هم ملك اليمين، بمعنى إن عشان أذلهم بيصبحوا ملكا للقائد أو للجيش أو للمسلم.
Crook! Wallah, you're a crook. You are a crook. You are a crook.
يستمتع بيهم كما يستمتع بزوجاته.
You can sleep with which your right hand possesses, which is referring to your female slaves.
For you, is it okay, like in the Islam way, that the Yazidis are getting, like, using as a slave?
They were prisoners of war and they were become slave. Yeah, if it is in Quran, why should who?
But is it in Quran writing like that?
They're property, so you are allowed to. In Islam, you are allowed to use them. In Islam, you are allowed to use them. It's not rape in Islam. You are allowed to, because they're your property. They are
your servants. They serve you. You can sleep with them as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes that very clear in the Quran.
All right, cool. So are you done, yeah? So I can respond.
No. Are you going to retract what you said? I brought you the Quran in the back chat. Are you going to retract?
If you're not finished, then carry on. Make your point.
No, I'm asking you. Are you going to?
All right.
Are you going
So you have finished. All right. So you have finished. So mute your mic and let me respond. So
let's see what.
In regards to what he's just brought up and what the right hand possesses, yeah, that is a separate topic which we can open up once this topic has been addressed. In regards to what your right hand possesses, what he's relying upon is tafasir, is relying upon the opinions of scholars, which may be correct, which may be incorrect. Because what your right hand possesses and the exegesis on that verse is subject to scrutiny. Now, my point is to say that I'm addressing the specific categorization by Shamsi. that
Quran
in
is
war,
not
you
subject
have
to
three
scrutiny.
options.
So Quran is not subject to scrutiny, man. Are you a kafir, man? What do you mean Quran is subject to scrutiny, man? What the hell does that mean, man? What the hell does that mean?
Bob, he said tafsir, the tafsir of the verse.
Man,
He did, bro.
man,
No, he said
Quran,
tafsir, bro.
literal translation, man.
He
Yeah, but
never
Bob,
said the Quran,
he said tafsir, man.
Possesses, you can
Tafsir.
sleep with, man.
That
Surah
means
4:24, and all married women
Bob,
are
let
forbidden.
him
We're not
finish.
talking about
Bob, we're not
right hand
talking about
possession,
that,
man.
man.
Come on, bro. We're not talking about that, man. Bob, man.
he's gonna derail this whole. He's gonna
Yeah, man.
derail this whole thing, big odds, man. Like,
I want to ask a question to the panel.
Wallahi, Zainab, you're a
One second,
kadhab.
Bob. I'm asking a question to everyone. Yeah, did the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam allow people to take new slaves when he was there alive? Or
Yes.
No. Say that again. So what was that question?
So when the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was still on this earth, yeah, did he allow people to take new slaves once he had, like you lot are saying, please?
Worse than death. Sold into slavery, sometimes many times over, to suffer unimaginable brutality.
They've been abducted and sold in the flesh trade market of the Islamic State.
You've heard of the scary atrocities that terrorists in Iraq and Syria perpetrate on women. Take a look at these images closely, depicting the terrifying, well-organized sex slave supply chain that delivers captive girls to the world's most feared terror organization, the ISIS.
Sorry guys, I just want to get clarification. So am I correct in repeating this, and correct me if I'm wrong, from what I got from Shamsi? He's saying, from his point of view, the Quran and Islam did not condone slavery. The only time there was slavery is when maybe people were taken as prisoners of war, and even then they were told to treat them like they treat their own family, or they could exchange them for, I don't know, Islamic prisoners or Muslim prisoners, and there was another option, but I can't remember. Am I correct?
Ransom, or you could free them. Ransom.
Okay, or you could free them. Okay, so I got that right. Carry on. And correct me if I'm wrong, from what I got from Shamsi, he's saying, from his point of view, the Quran and Islam did not condone slavery. The only time there was slavery is when maybe people were taken as prisoners of war, and even then they were told to treat them like they treat their own family, or they could exchange them for, I don't know, Islamic prisoners.
This is my friend Shireen. She is from Sinjar. She's a Yazidi woman. I'm sure you're familiar with that community. And she has some questions that she would like to put to you in terms of your involvement and why you did what you did.
عندك مثلا تقدير كمعدل لعدد الأشخاص اللي أنت قتلتهم؟
على يد ما يقارب هسه من قتلتهم وذبحتهم ما يقارب 900 تقريبا.
900. How many women, how many children do you think you've raped over the years?
لهاي الفترة بقيت وياهم تقريبا ما يقارب تقريبا بالخمسينات. بالنسبة لنا كانوا صغار 15 16 سنة ولا كبار تقريبا يقارب فوق 200.
How many women, how many children do you think you've raped over the years? How many women, how many children do you think you've raped over the years?
No, you cannot go around the street, grab 3 slaves and just take them under your wing. So you're going to become slaves. You can't do that. No.
Has to
So
be
that's
from
why
war.
we're talking specifically about war. And
We're talking about war, yeah. We're talking about war.
That's why I said in war, this verse.
Let me answer that, Big Ards. Only from war, or you could buy somebody who's already a slave.
No.
Yes.
In the scenario of war, there's only
Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said.
This guy is he gonna start a muting war? Carl, I can do it as well.
Listen, Bob, let Ziria finish and I'll let you talk.
It's very simple. Because they've said that you can't go around willy-nilly grabbing people up, yeah, then it's only war that new slaves can be created. So in the scenario of war, according to this verse, and it's very, very interesting and telling that no one has actually read the verse out on here, and everyone wants to talk about tafsir before they've actually read the verse. But I'm gonna read the verse real quick. Yeah, and the verse.
Can you read it with the tafsir as well?
In a situation of war, it talks about how when you meet the disbelievers, those who you're fighting against. So when you meet those who disbelieve, strike next until when you have inflicted slaughter upon them, secure their bonds and either favor man freedom, right, afterwards, or ransom them until the war laid down its burden. That and Allah, if Allah had willed, He could have taken vengeance upon them. To the end of the verse 4 in Surah Muhammad. So what I'm saying is this is clearly not no wishy-washy chocolate Islam. This is clearly that you're fighting. This is in a scenario of war. And I'm saying that in that scenario of war, 2 options are provided. Either you free them or you ransom them.
على بعض استخدام السياحة السبيل على بعض استخدام السياحة السبيل بكت اللباس والشروال تم القبض على اللباس والشروال بقيت من عنده ده السياحة موتني والله مصلى
Ziriak, have you read the tafsir of this ayah?
I just need to give one hadith.
Yeah, I need you guys to let Bob respond.
Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, if your slave does not please you nor listen to you, you can sell her. This is very clear, man. So stop lying, man. We have a hadith. We have Quran. I don't care who you think you are, Zayrab, man. I'm a descendant of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I would never lie on the religion, man. Unlike you, who has goals to please kuffar. I'm not here to please kuffar. I'm here to please Allah, man.
Yeah, this guy is
We have hadith, man, from Rasulullah. Are you better than Rasulullah? I'm asking you, are you better than Rasulullah?
سيد الرئيس، نذبح تحت يافطة لا إله إلا الله. سيد الرئيس، لحد الآن 500 شاب ورجل يزيدي ذبحوا.
السيدة النائبة، التزمي بالبيان الذي وافقت عليه.
سيد الرئيس، نساؤنا تسبى وتباع في سوق الرق. سيد الرئيس، أهلي يذبحون كما ذبح كل العراقيين، واليوم يذبح اليزيديين. أخوان، نحن نريد بعيدا عن كل الخلافات السياسية، نريد تضامنا إنسانيا. أنا أتكلم هنا باسم الإنسانية. انقذونا 48 ساعة 30,000 عائلة محصورة في جبل سنجار بدون ماء بدون أكل، يموتون 70 طفل لحد الآن ماتوا من العطش والاختناق، 50 شيخ مات من الوضع المتردي. نساؤنا تسبى كجاريات وتباع في سوق الرق. سيد الرئيس، نطالب البرلمان العراقي بالتدخل الفوري لإنقاذ هذه المذبحة. 72 حملة إبادة جماعية على اليزيديين، والآن تكرر في قرن 21. نذبح، نبيت، يبات دين كامل على وجه الأرض. أخوان، أنا أناشدكم باسم الإنسانية أن تنقذونا. سيد الرئيس، أريد.
شكرا جزيلا، شكرا جناب النائب. السيد عباس البياتي. شكرا.